EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll start by running the option to the right. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And now they'll throw with Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. With it is Brown. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's McCoy. He'll get this to Conner underneath. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And right side, they're going to go option here. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
McCoy's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. McCoy. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield. But on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, a give to Connor. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go, man. They can't stop us. Me and you, baby. Me and you. Y'all got time. Let's go. Do this. I know you hype. I know you hype. I'm back to one, boys. This is the call before the storm, baby. It's showtime, baby.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now they're staring at a fourth down as Arizona's defense does its job. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
It's showtime, baby.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 9, McCoy. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
McCoy. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big third down.
Now McCoy. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And Lance again going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 8 yards out, and the Niners have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Let's go, y'all, baby. You know what we need, baby. Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. McCoy's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, McCoy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCoy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. McCoy. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now an option play on 2nd down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Juwan Jennings
from 4 yards out.
And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
To throw on 2nd and 10. McCoy, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Back to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 3rd down, McCoy. And incomplete on the deep ball. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and goal from the 1. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. McCoy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
After that last run, Lance is going to throw it here.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And some space here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On 1st and 10, McCoy. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. McCoy trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
The Lance going to throw.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So the victory here for San Francisco.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.